Myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Basically, I'm working as a software delivery. Today, basically, we are going to talk about one word that is formula. Basically, this is basically part two. Basically, part one I have already uploaded. This is basically related to software company. Basically, software industry, software for software professionals, software project managers, project directors, project software company owners. Basically, it's for this group. Basically, you can say formula basically says that we are doing certain calculations, certain attributes are getting calculated, certain attributes are created so that basically it can be calculated. Like this, basically, certain formats are also created for the formulas. Basically, if you want this, then basically you have to use this formula. If you want this, then you have to use this format of the formulas. Like this, basically, many formats are created also by the set of groups, basically. And few company basically says that we have created our own software only, and few people says that we are still working in Excel files. Basically, in Excel file, basically we create a set of each and every things related to the SDLC, that is software development life cycles. Basically, according to the life cycle, basically we have created each and every attributes and we have given the name, and according to that, basically we have done the each and every calculations, and our project is ongoing perfectly fine, and we are basically doing fine also. Basically, so they basically it's like that. Basically, so basically few companies says that we don't need the as project management plan groups, and we don't want to share the our project management plans, basically, because we say that um, we are going to create our own stuff only. Basically, so basically we are talking about formulas which are basically connected with the SDLC, that is software development life cycle. And in that software development life cycle, there are many basically formulas which are created. Basically, previously there was no like formulas. Basically, there was formula basically, but it was we never came into picture, basically, because there were 10 software company who was telling that we are implementing the SDLC. Few company was telling that we are not implementing SDLC, but we are doing the project, we are finishing the project, we are sometime preparing the project management plan, sometime we are preparing the documents of for the project. Few companies say that we are not preparing. Basically, they are telling that according to budget only we can do the stuff, basically. So for documentation for SDLC type, SDLC like related things, basically we don't have any time. So few people says that we directly collect the requirements and directly do the coding, basically. So this type of companies are also there. Few they says that we just need to finish the project and we directly hand over the clients to the project, and the client will do the rest of stuff, basically. So basically they are not supposed to do care about the after the development task, basically, because the client has told like that, basically. So the basically SDLC development life cycle says that whatever client says, according to that only you have to work. If client says that you have to work according to the SDLC life cycle, then you have to work, basically. Few companies says that we have created our own format. Basically, own format means we have created our own level of the companies. Basically, according to the level, basically we creates the proposal plan, quotation, basically. In that quotation, basically we say that we are going to give you the entire SDLC life cycle stuff, basically. According to that, basically our project is going to complete. So according to that, the proposal plan has been signed by the company, and the client has also taken the quotation, basically, and they accepted the quotation. So basically, according to this, also project gets work, basically, because that depends upon the type of the company. So basically, here the thing came, that is type of the company. So basically, how many types of companies are there? Basically, that is basically the question. Basically, how many types of company has been registered by the government, and government is telling that we have registered this type of company, and according to that according to that rules and regulation which is created for this particular set of companies by the supreme, which is approved by supreme courts and high courts, According to that, basically we have registered these all companies basically. So what are those companies basically which is registered by the Supreme Courts, High Courts, and there are certain rules and regulation which is also passed by the government, sorry, by the Supreme Courts and High Court with the help of the government basically. So government has told that we want this type of companies and we want this type of rules and regulation also basically, so that basically our company can we can handle the company very easily. So to handle the company very easily, to come handle the company in very basically manageable stuff, to handle the company so that the power of the government keeps on tracking with the private companies basically, so that the government will not lose the power, will not lose the control with the private companies basically. For that, according to that, each and every things basically has taken into picture, and according to that basically we have created certain rules. We have told to create certain rules that we want this all things to happen in this type of companies. So according to that, basically High Court and Supreme Court groups are have created the certain rules and regulation sections, and that section was basically passed by the Supreme Courts and High Courts basically. According to that, the set of companies are being as created. So basically, this is basically part two of the formula. In part three, basically, we are going to see something more about the formula.